Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Kevmia.
Welcome to the This and That Chat. It just sounds like creepy breathing in the back.
Are we live now?
Yeah. But it sounded like creepy breathing.
Well, we have a special guest today. Okay, that's enough now.
It was creepy.
I want to hear what it sounds like.
It wasn't defined. It wasn't like...
We
It
should have.
sounds more like snoring. Hold on.
If only that's what snoring sounded like. I'm sure that families everywhere would be happier.
Welcome to a special edition. May the 4th be with you.
Dun, 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 dun. How many
boy.
people do you think are actually super fans of Star Wars?
There are bazillion people.
No, but I'm talking about people who listen to us. Because I feel like people who listen to us is a different group of people. I feel like people who are super Star Wars fans don't listen to our stuff.
I would beg to differ.
Yeah.
It's our age group.
So that's what I was gonna ask. What generation is it that grew up on Star Wars?
Okay, so there are, I would have to say all of them.
What?
Think about it. Look.
Grandparents did not grow up on Star Wars.
No. So our parents.
So it's our parents' generation and then our generation.
Yes.
Excluding
our parents are the grandparents.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. So it's well,
'Cause
it's
I
a
remember-
little confusing. But the boomers are our grandparents, right? That's what the children now call the boomers.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not familiar with this either. I get all mixed
I just
up
know
with the
that
generations.
my dad, when he was a kid, Star Wars was
The thing.
the thing. And then we grew up on it. And then our kids grew up on it.
And I think that the way that you keep the Star Wars legacy alive has to be because you pass it down. Like, you have to be introduced to these things. Oops.
Well, they also don't stop making movies.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, but
There-
see, for
there's-
me,
there's
see,
Star
you and I
Wars-
are like divided on this issue because there is the original 6, and then there is the new age of Star Wars, which I don't align myself with.
There's good stuff in the new stuff, but not all of it.
But there was all good stuff in the old stuff. So how do you compare? Yeah, so let's go back. I have a troubled past with Star Wars.
Yeah, wait, hold on. It's not a troubled past. It's a late start.
It's a late start and
So
a troubled past.
You're only familiar with Star Wars in the last 21 years.
Yeah,
Because I introduced you to it.
correct.
So
How old were you when you watched your first Star Wars movie?
I was probably a
That you can
newborn.
remember. Stop it. That you
I-
can
there's
remember
some-
watching Star Wars and being like impacted, or
Oh my
you wanted a
goodness.
lightsaber or whatnot.
Young. I was probably
Would you say
That-
like 6?
younger.
That you remember?
I don't remember what I
It's
had for breakfast this
debatable.
morning.
It's debatable what kids remember, but it's supposedly the earliest memories are like 3 years old.
Yeah, I don't remember when, but I do know from very young age, Star Wars was a thing. So
Right. So you loved it and
so much so that I remember when Phantom Menace came out, which to some is episode 1, to some it's the 4th episode.
it's the 4th episode.
No, it's the first episode for you. It's the one with Anakin.
Oh, yeah. But it
So-
is the 4th episode.
Right. It's the fourth one released.
Released. Yeah, that's how I see it. It's
Right.
in the order it was released.
So I remember when that came out because it was the year I graduated.
Oh.
We were on vacation, and I remember standing in a long line
Wow.
at the theater to go see it.
Wow.
And we came out of there wide-eyed
Wow.
because
Yeah, the shocker.
It had been that long.
Well, it also. Oh, was there a huge gap between number 3 and number 4?
Yeah. Talking about early 80s until 1999.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought you came out wide-eyed because of the story. Like now
No.
you were getting to see the face behind the mask,
Yeah,
essentially.
I mean, that was a good part of it, but it's the first anything Star Wars that came out since the originals. So, I mean, imagine like now you go to pick something Star Wars and there's like 20 choices. Back then it was 3 choices. That's it.
So it's interesting because I think that there's your people who love Star Wars, and then there's your people who are like, oh God, Star Wars boring, right? And I was always very, very open to whatever you wanted to show me, especially since I wasn't exposed to pop culture and television and, sitcoms. Like there's so many things I didn't know about. The things I knew about, you still don't know about. You don't know about Bonanza. Okay. So Little Joe Cartwright. Man, that just came out of...
I knew what Bonanza was.
You just
but
didn't know people were alive who watched it?
I had better choices.
This every time that we discuss stuff like this, you remind me so much of Rudy. He's my brother-in-law. But when we're talking in the family, all of us kids are reminiscing about how, oh, we didn't get to watch this on TV. Or like just the other day, we were discussing, remembering how we used to go up to the roof with my dad, right? Whoever was lucky enough to be chosen to go up to the roof with him to be able to adjust the antenna so that we would be able to watch television.
Your 3 channels.
The 3 channels we had. And I know one of them was in Spanish because that's where he would watch his soccer. Okay. And normally the only time he would make the trip up there to fix the antenna was because he was watching a fight, which, do you remember? I know I'm kind of going off here. Do you remember how there used to be the underground fighting?
Yeah,
What was that called?
UFC?
No, it was called something else. Back in the day.
I know, but it's the original UFC.
Are you for real? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about no rules.
Yeah, Horace Gracie and Butterbean.
Yes. Yes. My dad used to let me watch that with him. Man, I just remembered that right now.
And they used to let the guys fight until they were like
dying.
Dead.
Oh my God. It was almost like a fight to the death. And I remember my dad telling me something about like this was like underground fighting or something. I don't know. I remember he made some sort of a mention to that anyway, it alluded to me that this was like Fight Club fighting. Mm-hmm. This wasn't boxing. This wasn't like that. Gracie, I remember him. But anyway, it was soccer or that my dad would go up there and he would fix the antenna. And we were all discussing that. That was the very first time that I was introduced to fiberglass. Okay.
Why?
Our roof had shingles, and the shingles have little bits of glass in them.
No.
Yes. There's little bits of something in them that is like fiberglass. That's what my dad told me was on them, okay? And I remember I was so excited to be standing on top of the roof because it felt like I was on a mountain looking down on the world, And I'm up there, and I remember I put both of my knees on the roof, and I used my knees to crawl forward a little bit before I stood up and I felt secure, like I'm not going to fall off the roof. And all of a sudden, it was like there's something on my knees and my hands. It was terrible because I don't remember ever wanting to go back up to the roof anymore because I got little bits.
I remember when we were first together, your dad still going up to the roof. He would send Isaac. he would send Isaac up
That's
there.
my brother.
Yeah, your old, well, the oldest brother.
Yeah.
Up onto the roof, and it was like a chain reaction. There was
And it was
somebody
all of us
standing-
screaming. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Right there, right
standing-
there, right there.
Wait, stop.
Stop. No.
Go
Why did you
back.
move it?
Go back.
Yes,
Poor
but
Isaac.
that's how we got free TV. I mean, my parents never ever paid for cable. They never paid for television. So it was one of those things where, as we're telling the story, Rudy's like, no, I never did that. We had cable television. So we always make fun that he grew up privileged. Meanwhile, we grew up having to scrap for everything. And you just reminded me of that right now when you said you had better choices. But I had never even heard of Star Wars until you said, we've got to, right? And of course, I was completely open. It's new. You know, when you're in a new relationship, you're trying to sort of impress your partner and let's watch this, right? And even if I don't like it, we're going to pretend I do. And you started off with episode 1, very 1st movie. And I remember the impression that I had after watching it was, this reminds me of Fraggle Rock. You remember Fraggle Rock? It's kind of like the Muppets, but they lived under a tree, didn't they?
Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock.
Yep. Okay. And I remember mentioning that to somebody that we knew, and she was like, how dare you compare Star Wars to Fraggle Rock? That's not even remotely close. But to me, it was like, there's this oversized brown creature, turns out to be Chewie, you know, and all of the little minion things that were running around, right?
Oh Lord.
You know, remember the bears?
Yes.
The little teddy bears? Wait, what are they called?
We're gonna.
I'm sorry. I don't know their names.
We-
Wonkies. No, Wookiees.
No,
Wookiees?
I'm gonna let you sit
Wait,
on this one.
is it?
No,
Okay, we're just going to move along.
The Wookiees are Chewbacca.
Oh, that's Chewie. And then Jar Jar is a completely one.
No.
Jar Jar is the big, like amphibian creature.
The big-eared guy.
Yes,
From
yes.
episode.
And then there's the
technically
little
2 or
cloaked
whatever.
figures with the red eyes. They're bad, right? Aren't they bad? Aren't they the ones who killed Anakin's mom?
My goodness. It's just getting worse by the minute.
So I'm just gonna fast forward.
This train is
It's wrecking.
derailed.
It's wrecking. Okay, so all of that to say, my first impression of Star Wars was it's boring. It's terrible. I cannot believe that you would like something like this. Plus, I had to sit through 6 movies. All right. Then when we got to episode 4, 5, and 6, I was more in the groove of it, right? But then, as the years have gone by and we've rewatched it, something has happened in which I feel like I look forward to watching the movies, even though, I'm sorry, I still don't have the names of all the critters. Okay? Sorry. Okay, but I do like it. So it is possible that, you know, if you're open-minded and you give a movie a chance, you can possibly like it years later. Even though you're not. See, I don't feel like I'm a Star Wars nerd. Okay? You know everything about Star Wars. And our son,
yeah.
Michael, he's like, wow, I think he takes you and he can give you lore about Star Wars.
Yep.
Lore, which is so cool, I think, for you to be able to share that with him. Because I feel like even Disney's trying to revive the love of Star Wars, not just by the release of their movies, but Mandalorian was amazing. And like our daughter, Nikki, she's never been a fan of Star Wars. Mm-hmm. She's always found it boring, you know, and it's one of those things that she's had to sit through because that's the family time movie we're doing. But Mandalorian really brought her back to wanting to watch the movies again, and we just recently watched them for Christmas. Mm-hmm. You know, so that it's...
And we introduced Tati to him.
We did.
So
We did. And
that's
she was
my
not ready.
son's-
She's not ready.
No, she's not ready. My son's fiance. Yeah, that was not. She's
no,
not ready.
She's not ready.
No, she wasn't ready.
So, yeah. So, they're for some people, this is a big day. I've heard that there are conferences, that there's cosplay going on today.
Well, I don't know. I wonder if
Well, maybe not because of COVID, but normally there's it's a big
Yeah.
deal.
no, it is a big deal. And Disney. So
Oh, yeah, Disney.
So I looked it up because I wasn't sure when this whole Star Wars Day started. And it's actually pretty recent. It's only 2011.
Which is surprising because you would think that someone would have thought about this before.
Yeah, so, but it was funny because the first time that the phrase "May the Fourth be with you" was actually used before any of the Star Wars movies came out. And it was at some inauguration in Europe or whatever. So it had nothing to do with Star Wars, but it's the first noted. That's the first thing that came up, and then in 2011 was when Star Wars Day technically started.
Wow.
And it was celebrated in Ontario, Canada, and then it was followed up the second year, 2012, and then in 2013, Disney was like, "Uh-oh, there's a chance to make some money here. Let's go." And that's
And
where,
now they have Star Wars Weekend, right?
Yeah, now
Don't
they have the Star Wars Weekend or Star Wars Week or whatever it is that they do, and Disney has done a phenomenal job of tapping into the Star Wars fan because
and creating new ones. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, I mean, even when you go to Disney, if anyone has ever been to Disney here in Orlando, we haven't been back since they redid all of Star Wars. But from the people who have told us that they've been back, they feel like they...
It's been 3 years since we've been back.
Yeah, but remember, they redid it. Remember, it was all completely closed.
Right,
They
everything was
did
closed the last time we
redid
went.
it. They redid
Yeah.
the entire thing, and we haven't seen that yet. But what was there before, even though it was small, was incredible. But they say now, you walk through, and the Millennium Falcon is parked on the side, and you go in and you eat at the cantina. And they've got the little band going,
The puppets.
Yeah, so it's they make you go, they make you feel like you've
Yeah.
walked into Star Wars.
And I mean, it's kind of deviating a little bit into another movie, but another movie, I mean, obviously Disney knows how to do their stuff, right? But another movie that I felt that exact same thing in was Avatar. And we had just recently watched Avatar when we went back to ride
oh yeah,
that whole experience. And it was
was it called?
incredible.
I forgot the name of the ride. Whatever.
The
it is.
Avatar ride.
Yeah. Well, that whole thing, riding on that moped bike thing and feeling.
No, we
the
were riding on
air.
the birds.
Oh, the birds. That's right. It was the birds. I don't know why I thought moped bikes.
I don't know.
But the whole feeling of it, they would drop and you felt like you dropped and there was air coming in from underneath and then it would switch and come from the top and just the whole thing was so
Well,
real.
and then they had life size, quote unquote, right? Models of the avatars, and in the movie you can tell that they're much larger than humans. So to be standing next to one and to see that they were so tall, the immersive experience, that's what Disney's so good at. And
Well, we can't leave behind Universal because they do a good job with that too.
yes, they do. And I've got to tell you, there's something, I love Universal, okay? But I wish they hadn't deviated from the classics. I feel like there's things that Universal did right and that they had that was amazing, and they decided to upgrade with the times. And they've the stuff that they've transitioned to isn't as good as it was before. one example, right? They had an amazing ride called Earthquake. I loved going to that ride. The experience of like being on that train and the earthquake happening and the explosions in the water. I know it was silly, kind of like the tornado one, Twister, right? But it was fun, and they got to pick some of you to be actors. Remember that they would pick you, and then
Yeah,
like
now it got changed
to what?
to
What?
disaster movie,
Yeah, okay, and fine. That was still
and that was
pretty
that was
okay.
border,
It was because it was kind of the same.
right? But now it's all about family.
Exactly. And you're going to
Family.
tell me that the Fast and the Furious franchise is better than the OG
No,
ride?
but here's the thing: Universal has to stay with the times
Why?
because that's
That's what people go back for. Like,
Yeah.
what would happen if they take
People-
out Jurassic Park?
What would happen if they take out Harry Potter?
I mean,
But come on, you got to hand it to him. You walk into Harry Potter.
yes, but they built an addition. They didn't take away. Hello, Jaws is gone. Jaws. Amityville was a thing. Like, you went there, and what is on there now?
I don't even remember.
I don't even. I know it's not
I don't
noteworthy.
I don't think it has anything.
That's sad.
That's where the carnival stuff is.
That's so sad. No, I actually do think there's something. I think we wrote, and it was like whatever. But anyway, I digress.
We went on a rabbit trail.
Well, but because this has gotten me started talking about movies and just thinking about, yes, I was introduced to pretty much all the pop culture, all of the newer movies, right, with you. And through that, I would say that I've developed a genre of movies that I enjoy, and you have your genre of movies that you enjoy, and we sort of meet in the middle. So, one surprising thing about you, I think, was that you enjoy rom-com.
I do.
And a lot of guys think that that's weird.
Then I'm weird.
I like you weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I always have, like, since before we were together. I think that was just one of those things I just always kind of.
The thing is, I think that you're a romantic at heart. I think that you're just a romantic, period. But your beard hides that. So it comes across like you're more brute and savage with no time for romance.
And yet, it's at the base of it all. Dun, dun, dun.
The beast.
No, I don't know. I don't know why it is that I enjoy those movies. I've always been able to sit down and watch them and be like, oh, cool. Like that was,
Yeah.
that was enjoyable.
And on the other hand, like I really, really enjoy action movies, which I think that women have a stigma or a stereotype of they don't like action movies. Too much violence, too much this.
Hold on. So okay. So under the tab.
Ooh, I think you should do a poll about that. I think that would be a good poll to do.
It would be a good poll. Under the tab of action movies is disaster movies.
Do you think it's under the tab or do you think it's its own? Yeah, I guess because it's
like-
action.
yeah, it's an action,
I
but
guess
it's like
so.
under the tab. So so if you were to break it down, Katmia loves disaster movies. Okay, so much so that when the movie Meg came out, she begged me.
Megalodon.
She begged me to take her to the theater to see it because she wanted to go
big
see
screen.
destruction on the big screen. Okay? And we walked out of the movie after watching the movie, and she looks at me and she's like, I was kind of disappointed. Like 4 people died. Like I was expecting for this megalodon whale beast animal thing that it is.
The largest shark to ever roam the ocean.
Yeah, to like eat half of the world, and then 4 people died. So
Completely unrealistic.
completely unrealistic.
So disappointing.
Yeah, and then on the other hand, last night we watched a disaster movie that we came across. I don't know how we missed it because Katmia is always like fishing
Well, I
for
have a
these
list.
movies. Yeah, but this one you just found.
Yes.
Not too long ago. It's called Geostorm with
Gerald Butler.
Gerard Butler, whatever his name
King
is.
Leonidas.
Yeah. And it's about a machine that controls the weather and
Which I didn't know that that's what the movie was about. I thought it was going to be like an end of the world climate change we brought on to ourselves disaster, mega disaster of Mother Nature.
so we're sitting there and we're like, it looks interesting. It looks like it would be something to watch. So we sit
Death
down.
count high.
Yeah, we
Check.
sit there. We sit there to watch it, and it's like from the beginning, it's like
There's a light just shining on the movie, and it's like, oh.
yeah, it's like everyone's being like killed off, and like entire cities are being either frozen or burned or blown up.
I feel like we have to insert some sort of a message here.
Why?
Because hearing you say it, it just sounds so awful.
It's the type of movie that
It's a movie. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
like destruction in real life.
So we're like looking at each other, and we're just like, what is going on here? This is like
There's like 5 tornadoes all at once.
yeah, and like tsunamis coming in into
Knocking
a
down
beach.
skyscrapers.
Yeah, like it's total destruction. And Katmia's over there, giddy as can be, enjoying this movie. And I have to say, the movie was good. It was enjoyable.
But what I think is even, more noteworthy here is the fact that you sit there with me and you watch these movies with me. You have the same openness, I think, to movies that I did with you in the beginning of, okay, just show me horror movies, show me, stupid, funny movies. And from there, it's, there's things that we enjoy together that I think for sure I can count on one hand the number of movies that I've watched without you, because we don't watch movies without each other. And if we do, it's because either you fell asleep, because the only movie I can think about, 2 movies you fell asleep in that I know I've seen without you that you've never rewatched. Castaway with Tom Hanks and A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe.
Right.
That I told you they were both really good movies and we've never rewatched them. Okay. But other than that, and you also fell asleep in Pan's Labyrinth.
No, but I finished it. We did watch it the second time.
Oh, okay, so we did watch it again. I didn't remember that. But we don't watch movies alone. And like if you watch movies, it's because definitely I told you I am not interested. I remember you watched one with Adam Sandler, like Grown Ups, I think it was called.
Well, yeah.
You remember?
I watched
And you
that one.
said, it was terrible.
There was a few other ones. The thing is that I like stupid funny. You don't.
You do. And that's why I feel where I drew the line. Okay. Where there's some stupid funny I like, but then there's other things that I don't. And both of our kids take after you. And a lot of people that I talk to, when I say I don't like a certain movie, it's like, how dare I not like it? So, like, I don't really enjoy Dumb and Dumber. Okay? Because it's too much. It's like Simple Jack. You never go
No.
full Simple Jack.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Tropic Thunder.
That's
controversial movie.
Hold on. That's stupid funny.
Yes, but I like that
that's a
one.
good
But see,
one.
there's like a line. And I feel like if it dances the line, it's still like on the side that I like. Because then, what's the one that he does? Ace Ventura. I love Ace Ventura.
But you don't
And
like the
he's-
first one.
And I don't like the first
You
one.
like the second one. Mm-hmm. And I think the first one is better.
That's incredible. And so there's like, he acts like a complete doofus, but it's funny. But then there's like this line of movies that, what's the other one with the curly hair kid? Dynamite.
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite.
I can't do that.
Such
I can't.
good
I did it
movies.
once.
Such good movies.
You see? So,
Anyways, so all that to come back around to Star Wars.
Well, yeah. Well, and if the listeners have any disaster movies that they would like to recommend.
She's
Here's
fishing
the thing.
for more.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. So my little brother and I, Ben, okay, we enjoy the same kind of movies, right? But he has a much higher standard for movies than I do, right? Because when it comes to disaster movies, there's things that you cannot expect. These are low budget movies, okay? They are not going to be the best acting. Or they're not. They might have big names, but it's going to be,
Mediocre.
acting, right? Storylines are usually terrible, and that's what he cares about. If the acting is terrible, if the graphics were terrible, that's all stuff he cares about.
Well, he loves the wrong genre.
That's the thing, right? But then you look at stuff like 2012 did a good job. 2012 CGI effects were awesome.
It was, but the acting wasn't that great.
No, but you can't expect good acting. So when I go into a disaster movie, I'm fully expecting the storyline to suck, the acting to suck, but I do want you to convince me that I'm seeing 5 tornadoes, not that I can tell that there's a green screen behind. And I thought Geostorm did a good job of that, right? What matters to me is epic destruction, okay? You cannot, there was a movie we just watched. What's the movie we just watched right now? Greenland with Gerald Butler. It just came out. I had high hopes of this,
that's
right?
That's how you found Geostorm.
That's how we found Geostorm. And so, this is a meteor crashing into the earth. Great, right? And guess what? At the end of the movie, the world was almost completely annihilated. But you promised me a 1,000-foot wave that I never saw.
There was never a 1,000-foot wave.
Never. So don't promise me stuff that you're not going to deliver on in a disaster movie. And with Meg, the trailer puts like a crowded beach with Megalodon completely taking up the entirety of the ocean, and he can't eat one person at all. See, that's what disappoints me.
They failed.
So,
anyways, I'm still laughing. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, though.
No. Wait.
Okay.
Let's go back to Star Wars.
Okay. And I want to put a pin on it's something.
You still have something to say on the disaster?
I have something to say about movies in general.
Okay, go.
You sure you're not going to forget?
No.
Okay.
How am I going to forget? It's May the 4th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Star Wars.
Okay. So, just since we've made this a movie episode, I guess, right? Tell me what is the best movie that you've watched? Okay. And what is the worst movie that you've watched?
I can't do that.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Okay, let's play Desert Island. What 5 movies do you take to watch for your entire life?
Oh my goodness. On the spot like that?
On the spot like that. These are the movies
you know
you're going
yours?
to watch. Well, I'm going to think about them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll do one, you do one?
Okay, go.
Okay.
I'll hold up fingers. These are the movies you're watching for the rest of your life on repeat because that's all there is.
Goodness.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I give you 5. No. Start. This is what you're going to be stuck with.
You go first.
Okay. Sound of Music.
Really?
Yes.
Oh boy. Sheesh. It would have to be. I don't know which Star Wars movie though.
Okay.
Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Me, Fiddler on the Roof.
Why do you're pulling them out too fast? You're not giving me a chance to think.
I watch them on repeat every year, so I
Okay.
pretty much know the movies I want to watch forever.
All right, so Return of the Jedi, and then I would have to say, I'd probably Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ooh, good one. Office Space.
That's a fantastic one.
I know.
Dang.
We can watch that one over and over
over
again.
and over and over.
Are we in Desert Island together? because we can share our
Oh,
movies.
we can share our movies. Goodness. I would say the first Back to the Future.
Ooh, good one. Jurassic Park.
I think I'd get bored of Jurassic Park.
Why? We're in a jungle. That's even scarier.
I don't want to get scared. I want to be entertained.
I mean, I'd be looking over my shoulder anyway.
Ace Ventura, because we talked about it, and now I have that in the front of my mind. So first Ace Ventura.
Christmas Vacation.
Fantastic. Dang, you got some good choices. That's your 5, right?
I think that's 4.
I don't know what my 5th one would be. This is too hard.
See, but now you've crash landed and you only got 4 movies.
Then I got 4 movies. I watched 4 movies.
Okay. My last one would be Gone with the Wind.
My goodness, I think I would be bored to death.
You would be. I wouldn't be.
No.
So, what is the worst movie you've ever seen in your whole life?
I've seen some bad movies.
I've seen bad movies too.
I don't know that I can put it to one.
Do you have a childhood movie you watched that you thought was the worst movie ever?
No.
Did you have a childhood movie that scared the bejesus out of you?
No, I wasn't scared of scary
Yes,
movies.
you told me.
Which one?
You told me that you were scared to go to sleep because of the blinking lights.
Oh my goodness, what's the name of that movie? Oh man.
Short Circuit.
No, not sure. That would be my 5th movie. I love Short Circuits.
Oh, yikes. Forever and Ever?
Yeah, Johnny number 5.
Wow. Forever and ever.
Johnny number 5.
Wait, what was it called? Robots?
No, goodness. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Keep going. I'm going to look it up because I got to.
No. Okay, so I'm just going to talk really quick about 2 of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Okay. One of them, my dad rented when I was a kid. And it's so bad, but yet it was so terrifying at the same time. Because it was a movie about a man who was like a scientist and he made himself super, super tiny by accident and his wife couldn't find him. But he was so tiny that he could use a Fruit Loop as a floating device. And the whole time he was trying to get someone to help him, but he was tiny. And of course, no one could hear him. So he had a cat chasing after him and this spider that kept chasing after him. And he had to hide in a dollhouse.
What? Where are you getting these movies from?
From Blockbuster. You remember Blockbuster? If there's a movie that's called The Ant with 3 Antennas, I've seen that. My dad used to go to like the indie section or the... See, I think my dad also kind of has the same likes where it's like weird movies that he likes. But he always wanted to just like, I guess, give movies a try. And I can't ever think that he finished a movie and he said, I didn't like that one. He always liked it. All of these weird titles. Have you found what you're looking for?
No, I can't find it.
Well,
Listen, all I know, that movie scared the bejesus out of me.
And it was an old movie
Yep.
about electronics that came to life.
Yes.
So if you think of it, you can post it.
I'm gonna have to. I can't remember what it was.
You've blocked it
I've blocked it
because you were so
promise.
scared. You see how I had to remind you?
Okay, so hold on. So the story behind this. So I had just moved out.
Okay. Wait, you were an adult?
Heck yeah.
You were an adult and you were scared?
Yeah. I
thought you were a kid.
No. Listen, I had just moved out. I moved from the Keys. I was living on my own. It's the first time I'm living on my own. And
Sorry. I just thought you were like 6.
so I'm at my
I'm sorry.
I was living at my grandmother's house, the house behind.
Is it Maximum Overdrive?
No.
Oh.
the house behind the house, right? Because they had, and all of the light switches had the glowing red light behind the switch, so you could see it at night. Okay, and I had watched this movie, living alone, with no one else there, all the lights off. And it was the electronics would come to life and kill you. I turned off the movie and I'd look over to the wall and there is a blinking red light at my door.
What a great concept to make this when people would have had this all over their house.
What the heck?
I cannot believe you were an adult.
I was 8. I was.
And not
18
to
years
say that
old.
adults don't get scared, because for sure, the movie that scared everything out of me, and I've never watched a horror movie since, was
Oh my goodness! Storm of the Century
by Stephen King. Never again. I can't even do commercials of scary movies.
You can't even hear the "I'm a Little Teapot" song.
No, I'm good now.
You're good.
It's been too many years now, but yes. Yes,
That
I
movie-
can't. I
No,
can't do
listen.
any horror.
That movie was that it got under your skin.
And
It
in
did.
fact, this is my last story, and then I think I'm storied out with movies. But a couple of years ago, I think it was I was thinking, okay, I am a grown woman. This whole fear of scary movies is irrational. All right, it's just a movie. I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to get over it. We're gonna go to the theater to watch A Quiet Place. And I was so proud of myself that I had brought myself to this moment of conquering my fear of horror movies, right? And we're going to see it on the big screen. And the kids were so excited because I was going to go watch a horror movie. And we all sat there in horror watching this movie, right? That was so chilling because of the silence in it. And it turned out to be a horror genre, but it was a suspense movie. So even though I was ready to conquer my fear, I ended up choosing a movie that wasn't horror at all, right? And it was just about aliens, and we watched it, and it was amazing. And then the kids are like, "Mom, that didn't really count. Let's go watch it." And I was like, "No, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I am afraid of horror movies. The end."
I just thought about something. You know what we did not talk about at all?
What?
Anything Marvel. Where do we leave Marvel?
Well, because I would not choose Marvel as a movie to take to Desert Island.
No, but I'm saying like the feel of it. Because even at Universal, well, I guess Universal doesn't have, it's not like an island really.
No, you're talking about Islands of Adventure?
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying like the rides and stuff that they have, it's all
Marvel.
It's pretty cool, but it doesn't have the same feel.
It's not like being in the movie at all. No, it's just riding the Marvel superheroes.
But see that.
But it's interesting because even Marvel, like now that you bring it up, it's its own universe. It's a big franchise. I mean, you can't look at the movie industry with just like skimming over Marvel, right? And yet there are movies that I feel like overpower it when you think about it. I don't know if anybody would actually choose one of those movies to take with them to these are
No,
the
I think-
last 5 movies I'm going to watch in my life.
Yeah, no, I think it would get kind of very repetitive. The thing is that Marvel did a really good job in attaching everything to everything. So it's like this huge web of movies.
Which is exactly how it was.
Yeah. But I mean, like Marvel also did a really good job of keeping what do you call it? Their fan base like really stretched out over many, many, many years. Because Marvel had, way at the beginning, all the comic books and the cartoons and the stuff that was going on way back then before these movies started coming out. And it covers a large genre. It doesn't go as far back as Star Wars.
But Star Wars is a different, I feel like that's sci-fi. And
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is like catching a fan base and keeping them there. Because like Marvel has its followers. Transformers has its followers.
I love war movies. Sorry, I just thought
I like pizza. it's like we're not even talking about that. It's like, where did that come from?
because I was just thinking about Captain America and how he fought in World War II, and then I started thinking about war movies, and I like war movies too.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
No, but like it's that I think that makes a good franchise is when they have something that keeps your attention for generations on top of generations. And Star Wars, I think, has probably done that the best, and I think we'll continue to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so like
Wow. Let me swallow back what I just said. I was on autopilot there. I thought you said Marvel, but you said Star Wars. Star Wars ended with Episode 6 for me.
no, I don't think
Okay,
so.
Episode 6 was the end, and then Mandalorian brought it back to life. I
Right,
am
but-
not a fan of anything else that has
No, but
been
hold on, look,
released.
you've got Mandalorian,
No, I said I like Mandalorian.
right? And now you're gonna have the Book of Boba Fett.
Well, okay, I haven't talked about what's coming. The movies that they've released,
But that's what I'm saying.
I am not a
It's-
fan.
That's what I'm saying is that they have an opportunity now to take off again.
They're
And-
wrecking the story.
No, I think there's gonna be a new story.
Yeah, I don't know. I
We will
don't
disagree
like.
here.
I do not like what they did to Princess Leia.
Well, she
and-
died before they
and-
can finish.
Hold on, but the whole story between her and give me his name,
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Okay, they
He's a main
deserved-
character.
I forgot his name. They deserved a happy story, and then they end up having the child who's disrupting the Force again. Come
Hold on.
now.
Hold on.
And he
To be-
kills his own father.
Listen, to be
No.
fair, I think that there was going to be some story reconciliation. Okay.
You can't reconcile with your dead dad.
No, I think that there was going to be some sort of story reconciliation that was going to happen, but Carrie Fisher died.
Yes, that's true. She did die. But also, Kylo Ren, to me, comes off as like a spoiled, brooding brat. That's what he comes off to me. Anakin also was brooding, and he was pouty. Okay?
But the way that they did the first 3 episodes made you feel for the character.
Yes.
Even
I
though he
didn't ever
turned-
feel for Kylo.
No. And I was not a fan of the I forgot her name, Rey, as coming up as the heroine in the story. I don't think it was a good storyline.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
it
you. We
was-
agree.
Yeah, I think it was kind of slow and a little bit boring, but anyways.
It felt like they were trying to milk it. Okay, I have a side question. Now that you brought up superhero movies, this is my side question. Now I'm done.
Okay.
My side question is, do you think that there is some connection that I have just made, or is it on purpose, that heroes' names, both in DC and Marvel, as far as I can tell, all start with the same letter, first and last name?
DC is non-existent to me.
I understand that. But Bruce Banner, he lives, and Joker lives. They're
Okay.
the only people I accept from
Batman.
DC.
Alone.
Batman, the Batman universe. That's the only thing I accept from the
Yes.
other side. Bruce Banner,
And the original
Peter
Supermans.
Parker.
That's Marvel.
I understand. I'm telling you the names. Look
Okay.
at how they're Wade Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Banner. Did I say Bruce Banner already?
I don't know.
Oh, Bruce Wayne. Never mind. We're kicking DC out. It's a Marvel thing.
Why? Oh, because of the double letters?
Yeah. Do you think that that's a thing?
I'm sure it was a thing for a while.
Do you think all of them have the same thing?
No, I don't think so. No. I'm trying to think names now and I can't.
Tony Stark,
Yeah.
Captain America. What's his name? Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Oh, you're right. It's just
Yeah.
some of them. Never mind. That was a side bit. That was nothing. I thought I had just uncovered like an Easter egg, and it was nothing.
Nothing at all.
But
Anyways,
We love movies.
yes.
We love movies. We went to Blockbuster when they closed and we took all of their films. And now we have our own Blockbuster at home.
Goodness. Hold on. But when Blockbuster was shutting down, we were like, get all the VHS. They're going to live forever. What a waste.
I know, but we do have an extensive movie collection.
Yes.
We
some
have
of
not
our
yet.
friends come over and are like, hey, can we go
Yes,
take a look at
they are
Blockbuster?
always so happy that we have such an extensive movie collection. And we have not transitioned to digital movies yet.
No, we have like,
We don't own any digital movies.
no?
Not a single. Oh, I think you bought one actually. Now that I think of it.
We've transitioned.
I think it
Dun,
was a
dun,
Joker.
dun.
No. But I think I don't remember. I think we wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
But movie recommendation for anyone who hears this this episode. Tenet.
Oh, yeah, that one just came out now.
And Nobody was really good.
Nobody was really good.
Which was a surprise. I didn't expect it to be a good movie. Check out the trailer for Nobody. Tenet, if you like mind-bending, like leaves you what the hell just happened, right? That's, if you love Inception, I think you're going to like Tenet. It's a great movie. We're going to rewatch it.
It was a twist on Inception. Inception was very visually stunning.
Man, there's so much to
And
talk
Tenet
about
was
movies. We didn't even talk about favorite
mentally.
actors.
No, I know. We
We didn't even talk about television.
Well, we started talking about Star Wars.
I know, but it's
And then
I guess.
we went down rabbit trails.
I guess.
Which, let me tell you, we've been going down rabbit trails for a long time.
Yeah, 21 years worth of rabbit
Mm-hmm.
trails.
Well, our rabbit trails got really bad like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think the older we get, the more old we get, and the rabbit trails just get more confusing, I think.
And we also got together with someone who was the rabbit trail queen. And if you're listening, Wendy, we're talking about you. The rabbit trail queen. There, let me tell you, there was, if you got in a conversation with her, you always ended up somewhere else.
Rabbit trail people understand rabbit trail people, I think.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's all good. It's all good. Wait, what did they say? All's well that ends well.
Yeah. Anyways.
We
So-
should end with a movie quote.
Okay. What movie quote? You don't even have one ready.
Dang it, there's so many.
Fiend.
What did you say?
Fiend.
Fiend?
Fiend.
Fiend.
Yeah, Fin. You know how in the cartoons they used to say
Oh my god. Isn't that Finn?
it's fiend.
Fiend.
Yeah, like the end.
That's all, folks.
Buddy.
There's so many movie quotes I have, but goodbye. I mean, I'm sorry. I think we're done.
I think we are done. So there's so much more.
Put a fork in it.
There's so much more to talk about movies. I'm sure it'll all come back up again.
Yeah, some other
Anyways.
time.
For those of you celebrating Star Wars Day, go watch a Star Wars movie. Dress up like a Jedi. Go swing your lightsaber in your yard. Have some fun. And we will see you guys next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
It's so formal.
May the 4th be with you.